So which are the countries? These are the top 5 countries which submit entries for the sciences. Yeah? We look at Malaysia's international schools, we mainly do IGCSE. Yeah? O-levels mainly taken by private candidates. Yeah? So we look at Malaysia, we are easily for IGCSE the top 2. The top 5 countries, yeah? Egypt, Malaysia, India, China, UAE. And the top among the three single sciences, the most taken subject is physics. Yeah? So when we look at O-levels, this is the older O-levels, and A-levels, quite a lot of colleges and international schools also do the A-levels. So Malaysia is about number 3, and physics is also the top science subject at the A-levels as well. Yeah? Okay. So this is some of the skills, what students say about how they study science. What do they learn? Yeah? Some students say it requires one to be more independent and encourages a lot of thinking skills. A student from Tanzania for physics are not mere memorization. Yeah? Okay. This student from Pakistan says O-levels provide opportunity for conceptual learning and application. Conceptual learning and application, candidates are generally better equipped when compared to local programs. He's a candidate from Pakistan. Then USA, I think the lab experience is important and separates Cambridge qualifications from other advanced programs. I think this morning you heard what's his name? MIT STEM, yeah? Anthony Ng, yeah? He talks about the importance of, we call it psychomotor skills. Yeah? Science skills are very important. Lab skills are very important. It generates different abilities, different thinking processes in our minds. There's nothing like doing it. There's the kinetic part of it, the practical part of it. So for that reason, we still retain. If you want to do the A-level science, the practical is compulsory. Yeah, so we make sure the schools teach the practical in a more thorough manner. Yeah? And is a student from New Zealand. Of all the students who study Cambridge International AS level chemistry, those who have studied IGCSE chemistry transition the most successfully. Transitioning means moving into the next step. Yeah? It prepares students well for the next step as well. Yeah? And this is something that we always, reasons to study science with Cambridge, there is flexibility and choice, progression, knowledge, skills, and understanding. They are very, very important skills. You can't run away from it. Yeah? And flexibility and choice is a little bit. So we have the various subjects from IGCSE. You can proceed to A-levels. You know, just a quick progression. And in IGCSE, there's tiering. 2 tiers, core and extended. I won't talk much about it. And we do provide face-to-face training, knowledge, understanding, and skills. These are some of the skills that we measure, and in our curriculum, we always define what is called AOI, stands for Assessment Objective 1, Assessment Objective 2, Assessment Objective 3. So these are the skills we put into the syllabus. Yeah? So when we look at AO1, Assessment Objective 1 is knowledge. Assessment Objective 2, application. Assessment Objective 3, experimental skills. That is 3. So first one is demonstrating knowledge and understanding of science, being able to handle information and problem solve, and being able to plan, observe, interpret, evaluate, suggest, improve when carrying out experiments. So this is the skills that we put into the sciences. Yeah? Okay, sorry. So this is very vague. These are all the skills. You look into it. A lot of it were exposed this morning, but it's just resonating what some of the speakers say earlier on. Yeah? You look at it. It is ample. I wouldn't go through all this. Yeah. Okay. Progression into the next. So when we look at, these are some of the words. Yeah. When we talk about higher order thinking skills, when we talk about the 21st century skills. We look about answering exam questions. We look at the word, these are what we call the command words. Yeah? So when you talk about the high order thinking skills or HOTS, you have to use, push students into areas like analyze, describe, calculate, contrast, examine, estimate. A lot of these command words will trigger off a lot of what you call more complex reasoning, complex answers. Explain, evaluate, construct, draw, assess, define, predict, give, justify, observe, consider, compare, demonstrate, determine. These are some of the key skills that we put into our syllabus. And these are all the higher order thinking skills. Okay? Just to share with you some of the key command words that we use. And I will pause here for questions on science first, before I move on to maths. I just want to review a little secret about myself. I'm not a science and math teacher. So don't ask complicated questions. But I like to take up challenge. So when Keith asked me, Mr. Ng, would you like to talk about maths and science? I said I'm not really a maths and science teacher, I'm more an English teacher. Economics is my minor, but I say I would like to take up the challenge. So I went through the slides that I got from Cambridge, which I attended last month, and of course you're a better science teacher. So if not, I'll move on to the next one. Jackie, you don't mind? I'll talk about maths and then you can ask both at the same time. They're quite similar format. I just want to share with you about maths. So this morning, if you Anthony Ng had a Slido. You have a question. Does it still work? You type in Slido, so you don't have to put up your hand. I will receive it on my mobile. So we'll talk a bit about maths. Okay. Just now, how many entries was there for sciences? 500,000. Maths? See, maths is also another one of our very strong subjects as well. So you look at IGCSE, 36%, O levels 36%, and A levels 28%. So, okay, which are the countries which have a strong following of maths students? We look at IGCSE. Malaysia is one of the top. Malaysians like maths. And then followed by China. Actually, we are top even in terms of, for IGCSE, compared to China, India, Indonesia, and UAE. This is O levels, not taken in Malaysia, where only private candidates. We look at A levels, Pakistan top the list, followed by China, Malaysia, India, and Bangladesh. So just to give you a little flavor, which are the countries which give emphasis in their education for maths and science. So as I say, problem-solving skills is important, and this can give students more opportunities to think out of the box, Malaysian IGCSE maths. I really appreciate the emphasis on real-world applications and the need for critical thinking, USA A-level maths. From a student from Yale University, the bigger picture view that key concepts can provide is helpful. What key concepts? So when I talk about key concepts, this morning when Henry Toy, he talked about the importance of deep learning is very, very important. So he talked about deep learning is understanding key concepts, not superficial learning. So we talk about it. If you understand key concepts, you can crack anything. So we call it deep learning. And it just reminds me of what I studied in the university. One very famous linguist. Just last week, I mentioned his name at one meeting. And his name is Noam Chomsky. Who has heard of him? Hey, not bad. Quite good. So all these are linguists. So Noam Chomsky, actually his book is very, very difficult to understand. When I was in my varsity, we had to do, he's very famous for a concept called transformational grammar. Transformational, actually I couldn't really, it's so hard to understand. But I only know his two famous lines, ship sails today and ship sails today. What's the difference between two? One is a noun, one is a verb. And he said, underline this. So he said, when you look at his two key other concepts, one is called surface structure. The other one is called deep structure. So good learning, effective learning is understanding the deep structures of it. That much I can apply Noam Chomsky as a linguist. That much I understand, very, very difficult. So we talk about the same thing, sorry, yeah. Just like science, we also talk about flexibility of choice, progression, knowledge, skills, and understanding. They are very key skills. Likewise, also like after IGCSE or O levels, we move upwards to A levels maths as well. And in cheering, somehow IGCSE, our colleagues believe it's good to cheer. Yeah, so we got the sub because maths, not everybody can grapple with maths. So when we tier it into core and extended, so the weaker students can just aim for the core, just get a C, a minimal credit to go into a preview program. So when we talk about tiering, this is very useful. We introduced it for tiering for IGCSE maths, but not A-level maths, not for MS as well, only maths. And we look at what's good, how do we differ, the spiral curriculum, tiering, choice of the approach, more resources. And we talk about resources. Drew talked about the resources available through his. Anthony Ng talked about some of the resources for STEM as well. And I think even in the Cambridge curriculum, we have got what we call Resource Plus as well. Lots of teaching resources are available, and of course, very good textbooks. Yeah? So, as Keith mentioned this morning, the print media is still very important. Yeah, we still believe in providing a very, very good, well-written textbook. Yeah? Okay. And so these are what they call some of the things for teaching assessment. How do we support teachers from schemes of work, Resource Plus, teacher guides, most endorsed resources, learner guides, example, candidate responses, test maker, past year paper, and our mark schemes are also available. Our mark schemes are not solid. Yeah, it's open for teachers as well. Then face-to-face training, teacher support, won't talk much about it. Knowledge, skills, and understanding, as I say, one part we have knowledge, the other skills. How do you marry the two? Yeah. Okay. And math, like we have science assessment just now. We look at maths. Yeah. We have assessment objective 1, assessment objective 2. Assessment objective 1, knowledge. 2 is application. It's all the same. Yeah. You can't run away from these basic skills. So for maths, like a lot of things, yeah, Dhruv said it's very important to start from primary. So for primary, we have maths, science, and English. We also have ICT, the starter. But beginning for those who are here, and if you are currently doing the Cambridge curriculum, I just want to share with you. Beginning September next year, we are going to introduce 4 more subjects into the primary and lower secondary curriculum, and these are subjects which will help to strengthen the artistic part. Yeah? Of course, the technology part as well. Yeah. So we are going to introduce art and design, music, physical education, and digital literacy. Yeah. So they will be school-based subjects. Yeah. May not be marked centrally by us. Yeah. Okay. So like some of the command words that we use in science, yeah, we look at in maths. These are some of the very key command words as well. So when you set exams, look at your papers. Do you highlight, push them to the higher level? Yeah? Determine, deduce, identify, derive, show, prove, justify, explain, interpret, evaluate, describe, calculate. If you can teach all these skills, you are certainly lighting up their fire. Yeah? To use Yeats' quotation. Yeah? So with that, I just want to bring the session to a close this afternoon. Teachers, I mean, a lot of us afternoon you tend to get a bit tired. So I will take any questions on the floor. If there are no questions on the floor, I would just like to add on. Yeah, in the Cambridge curriculum, we not only have the sciences and the maths. Yeah, we have also introduced a lot of technological subjects. Yeah, and it's quite interesting the term they use when I listen to Anthony. People don't want to become a robotic engineer. They want to be a robotist. Sounds so much nicer. So we also revise our our curriculum. Last time we have a subject in IGCSE called Computer Studies. Now we don't call it Computer Studies, we call it Computer Science. Sounds so much scientific, you see. So we introduce even at A-level, we talk about digital. We also have digital media and design. And there is also environmental management as well. Marine science. You find in the IGCSE syllabus, 75 subjects for you to choose from. I think we do certainly fit into whether you're steaming or you're stemming or you're also streaming. Yeah? So I think we do help you to fulfill that part of the curriculum. Lots of good subjects. But more importantly, do not forget the linguistic part of it. Language is very, very important. Learn as many languages as possible so you have boyfriends or girlfriends around the world. Yeah? Okay, so with that, any question anybody would like to ask? Throw any question. Yeah? Okay, so if not, I'll just have to say thank you. Yeah? Jackie, thanks for contributing the slides. Aida, thank you.